Book 85, saying something under compulsion on Ikraah. Narrated Abu Hurairah. The Prophet chose to invoke Allah in his prayer, O Allah, save Aish bin Abi Rabi'a and Salama bin Hisham and Al-Walid bin Al-Walid, O Allah, save the weak among the believers, O Allah. Be hard upon the tribe of Muda and inflict years, a famine, upon them like the famine, years of Joseph. Narrated Anas, Allah's apostle said, whoever possesses their following three qualities will have the sweetness of faith. 1. The one to whom Allah and his apostle becomes dearer than anything else. 2. Who loves a person and he loves him only for Allah's sake. 3. Who hates to revert to atheism, disbelief, as he hates to be thrown into the fire. Narrated Qais, I heard Said bin Zayd saying, I have seen myself tied and forced by Ammar to leave Islam, before Ammar himself embraced Islam. And if the mountain of Uhud were to collapse for the evil which you people had done to Uthman, then Uhud would have the right to do so. See Hadith number 202, Volume 5. Narrated Khabbab bin Al-Arat, we complained to Allah's apostle about our state, while he was leaning against his sheet cloak in the shade of the Kaaba. We said, will you ask Allah to help us? Will you invoke Allah for us? He said, among those who were before you a believer used to be seized and a pit used to be dug for him and then he used to be placed in it. Then a saw used to be brought and put on his head which would be split into two halves. His flesh might be combed with iron combs and removed from his bones, yet all that did not cause him to revert from his religion. By Allah, this religion, Islam, will be completed, and triumph, till a rider, traveler, goes from Sana'a, the capital of Yemen, to Had, Ramat fearing nobody except Allah and the wolf lest it should trouble his sheep, but you are impatient. See Hadith number 191, Volume 5. Narrated Abu Hurairah, while we were in the mosque, Allah's apostle came out to us and said, let us proceed to the Jews. So we went along with him till we reached Bayt al-Madras, a place where the Torah used to be recited and all the Jews of the town used to gather. The Prophet stood up and addressed them, O assembly of Jews, embrace Islam and you will be safe. The Jews replied, O Abu al-Qasim, you have conveyed Allah's message to us. The Prophet said, that is what I want from you. He repeated his first statement for the second time, and they said, you have conveyed Allah's message, O Abu al-Qasim. Then he said it for the third time and added, you should know that the earth belongs to Allah and his apostle, and I want to exile you from this land, so whoever among you owns some property, can sell it, otherwise you should know that the earth belongs to Allah and his apostle. See Hadith number 392, Volume 4. Narrated Kanza bint Qadam al-Ansariya, that her father gave her in marriage when she was a matron and she disliked that marriage. So she came and complained to the prophets and he declared that marriage invalid. See Hadith no. 69, Volume 7. Narrated Aisha, I asked the Prophet, O Allah's apostle, should the women be asked for their consent to their marriage? He said, yes. I said, a virgin, if asked, feels shy and keeps quiet. He said, her silence means her consent. Narrated Jabir, a man from the Ansar made his slave, a mudabba. And apart from that slave he did not have any other property. This news reached Allah's apostle and he said, who will buy that slave from me? So Nu'aym bin Anam bought him for 800 dirham. Jabir added, it was a Coptic, Egyptian, slave who died that year. Narrated Ibn Abbas, wished, for they had more right to dispose of her than her own relative. Narrated Abu Hurairah, Allah's apostle said, the Prophet, Abraham migrated with his wife Sarah till he reached a town where there was a king or a tyrant who sent a message to Abraham, ordering him to send Sarah to him. So when Abraham had sent Sarah, the tyrant got up, intending to do evil with her, but she got up and performed ablution and prayed and said, O Allah, if I have believed in you and in your apostle, then do not empower this oppressor over me. So he, the king, had an epileptic fit and started moving his legs violently. Narrated Abdullah bin Umar, Allah's apostle said, a Muslim is a brother of another Muslim. so he should neither oppress him nor hand him over to an oppressor. And whoever fulfilled the needs of his brother, Allah will fulfill his needs. Narrated Anas, Allah's apostle said, "Help your brother whether he is an oppressor or an oppressed." A man said, "O Allah's apostle, I will help him if he is oppressed, but if he is an oppressor, how shall I help him?" The Prophet said, "By preventing him from oppressing others, for that is how to help him."